Let's talk about how to get into advocacy. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I spent several years and still continue to do so working in the mental health field. And I want to take some time to answer some of you guys' questions that you've sent to me, that you've written to me. So this person asked, Dr. Jones, how did you get your first job in advocacy? Did you know someone? I'm asking because I can't seem to get my start and I don't have any connections. Oh, this is a good question. I actually started, volunteering, I want to say in junior high school. I was in an advanced program in junior high and high school. So I volunteered here and there, and it started then. And then I knew I wanted to do some type of doctoral program. So I continued to volunteer after that. So I volunteered with animals. The Humane Society at an animal hospital. Those were the first ones. And so it was literally just calling around and seeing who had space available. And they're pretty available. So that they're always looking for stuff. And now I imagine it's a lot easier because you don't have to call around. I'm sure most places have it. Most places have it to where you can just like do like a application or something like that online. And then I did volunteering when I was in college. So I volunteered at the NICU and cardiac wings. So I've done quite a bit of volunteer work. So I would say that's where that kind of stuff first started. And then, I got into working with a domestic violence shelter. So that was the working with a DV shelter was more of a job. Once I got into volunteering, and then, I would say, even just volunteering, it was pretty easy for me to get into. So just volunteering, seeing what nonprofits have space, and just looking for wherever my passions were at the time. Initially, it was animals. I really liked animals, still do love animals. And then it became more of the people stuff. So once again, just sort of, just asked around and started looking. When I was in college, I would say I was more of like, when I volunteered at the hospitals and stuff, they're pretty clear. They usually have had something on their website, and so that was pretty. You gotta fill out an application, something similar to an application, and they call you back and put you where they need you, or if you express interest in a certain wing, then you start from there. And then once I got my degrees and graduated from college and stuff, then it became more involved with mental health and victims of abuse. And once again, I would say just look online, figure out what your passions are and look online. And it can help if you know somebody. I don't think I really took the route of like getting in through someone, but lots of people do. So it can always help if you know someone. But most nonprofits, especially now more so than ever, now that funding's cut in a lot of areas, are looking for volunteers. So I would say, start through volunteering first. That's usually a way in. If you have a degree in something, maybe seeing if you can get employment and get paid to do it on that route. You can also look to be as part of a board of some sort. So sometimes you can volunteer to be part of a nonprofit board or charity or something like that. And again, you can kind of look around on the websites. LinkedIn, I haven't been on LinkedIn in a little while. I don't really use it too much anymore, but I know a lot of people have found that really useful when it comes to the nonprofit sector. But always try to go within your passions and, maybe even call or go up to the place that you're interested in and see if they have availability and space. So I hope that helps. Thanks for asking. This is a great question and good luck.